Last 2019, in the first round of the NCAA tournament, 12th-seeded team Murray State scored an upset by beating 5th-seeded Marquette. And in that same game, a 160-pound skinny sophomore point guard Ja Morant emerged as a star, putting up 17 points, 16 assists, and 11 rebounds, making him only the 8th player in NCAA Division I basketball history to record a triple-double during the last 35 years. And despite being unranked by top recruiting services coming out of high school, the then 9-year-old Morant embraced being an underdog by making a name for himself in the NCAA, as he led the nation in assists, averaging 10 dimes per game. And fast forward a year after, Morant has won the 2020 NBA Rookie of the Year award while leading the Memphis Grizzlies to a play-in game for the number 8 seed in the NBA playoffs, despite the Grizzlies being projected to have the worst record in the Western Conference last season. And in the play-in game for the 8th seed against Portland, Morant outplayed star point guard Damian Lillard as he put up a career-high 35 points together with 8 assists in a game which went down the wire. And although Memphis lost that game, which ultimately ended their playoff hopes, Morant has already made the statement to the entire NBA that he has definitely arrived. He reminded everyone that it would only be a matter of time before the Grizzlies would emerge into the top tier of Western Conference teams once again. But how good is Ja Morant really? And does he have the skill set and the tools to be one of the best point guards in the NBA moving forward? What's good, guys? It's Riro Balls in here, and in this video, we'll break down why Ja Morant could be the NBA's next great point guard. Let's get to it. If you followed the 2019 to 2020 NBA season, you probably know that Ja Morant has had one of the best rookie seasons ever, and I'm saying that without any exaggeration at all. Well, aside from the fact that he was able to lead the Grizzlies to exceed most expectations, the kid joins Magic Johnson and Oscar Robertson as the only rookies in NBA history to average at least 17 points and at least 7 assists per game while shooting at least 47% from the field. And more than that, Morant's impact on the Grizzlies organization has been very visible from day one, while his up-tempo playstyles altogether erased the grit and grind image of recent Grizzlies teams which were famously headlined by guys like Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, and Zach Randolph. While during the peak of the Grindhouse Grizzlies, most notably during the 2012 to 2013 season, the team was able to reach the conference finals while ranking only 29th in the entire NBA in pace per game, making them successful while being one of the slowest teams in the league. But now, with Morant's arrival, the narrative for the team has changed altogether as in the 2019 to 2020 season, the Grizzlies were among the fastest teams in the NBA as they ranked 7th overall in terms of pace per game. While aside from Ja Morant's natural quickness, the Grizzlies were able to play this up-tempo style with the help of guys like sophomore Jaren Jackson Jr, who has embraced his role as a versatile floor-spacing big man by shooting almost 40% from deep last season. And there's also versatile scorer Dillion Brooks, who also proved to be a threat from 3 by shooting almost 36%. And with the addition of other young guys like Clarke, together with veteran center Jonas Valanciunas, this team has established a new brand of Memphis Grizzlies basketball. But of course, it's still Morant that ultimately attracts fans with his own distinct way of playing even as a rookie. But how does he actually do it? Well, basically, this kid is one of the flashiest young players that the NBA has seen in recent years. He has the ability to change speeds, create highlight plays, and even hang in the air to attract defenses before dishing out dimes to his teammates. Yeah, he's quite skilled for a young player, but it's not hard to notice that all of his abilities start with his athleticism. Morant is just a pure athletic specimen who is as quick as anyone. This kid came into the league knowing how to use his quick first step to get past defenses, and despite him only being 6'3" and weighing barely 175 pounds, he's able to finish at the rim against huge and physical big men. And further, his speed makes him a dangerous threat on the open floor during fast breaks. Well, yeah, we've definitely heard this before with hyper-athletic young point guards coming to the league. But is there really something distinct about Ja Morant in comparison to guys like Russell Westbrook or even Derrick Rose, whose playstyles have been heavily compared to him entering the NBA? Well, during his rookie year, Ja Morant played a total of 67 games in a shortened NBA season, where he averaged almost 18 points, more than 7 rebounds, almost 4 assists, almost a steal, and less than a block per game, while shooting 48% from the field and 34% from deep. While in his rookie season, Westbrook played all 82 games as he put up 15 points, 5.3 assists, 4.9 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 0.2 blocks while shooting 40% from the field and 27% from deep. And based on the rookie stats, you'll see that Morant only averaged at least 2 more points and 2 more assists more than Westbrook, and everything is almost virtually the same between them. However, what sets them apart is basically Morant's efficiency in field goal shooting and 3-point shooting, as he has shot at least 7% better than Westbrook in both categories. And this is despite the fact that Morant averaged more 3-point attempts than Westbrook during the rookie seasons. Well, yeah, Morant has Westbrook's explosiveness written all over him, but if you would notice, a more reliable comparison based on playstyle will be with Derrick Rose, because basically, D-Rose relies more on his handles to get to the paint more than Westbrook, and stylistically, I think he's the player who mirrors Ja Morant more in terms of how they both break down defenders one-on-one to get their shots off. And in his rookie season, D-Rose also put up numbers which are also virtually at par with Morant, with Ja slightly averaging just a little bit more points and assists. Well, they both shot 48% from the field, but again, the noticeable difference comes with Morant's 3-point shooting efficiency, as the guy shot 34% compared to Derrick Rose's 22% from deep. Basically, the bottom line is that Ja Morant was able to put up more efficient numbers than Rose despite playing significantly lesser minutes and despite shooting at a higher volume as a rookie. Well, of course, both guys won the Rookie of the Year award, but notably, Morant only averaged 31 minutes per game, which is noticeably lesser than Rose's 37 minutes per game in their rookie seasons. And that is considering that Morant also shot 1.8 more 3-point attempts per game than Rose in that same span. And by looking at those numbers, one thing actually stands out, and that is despite Ja Morant having similar physical profiles and athletic qualities compared to Westbrook and Rose, the kid just came into the NBA as a much more polished 3-point shooter as he shot much better from deep despite averaging more attempts as a rookie compared to the two. And I think that this indicates that Morant has a really great future in the NBA considering that the league has now shifted into a space and pace era of basketball. And what's even more jaw-dropping is that his hyper-athletic and up-tempo style of play doesn't necessarily compromise the quality of his perimeter game. And you definitely don't need rocket science to understand how good of a player he is. And with those kinds of efficient numbers as a rookie, barring any serious injury, Ja Morant looks primed to be one of the NBA's best point guards of the future. On the other hand, prior to entering the league, draft analysts have pointed out that one of Morant's more profound weaknesses is his lack of physicality on the defensive end. And yet, after his rookie season, Memphis ranked at the upper half of the NBA in terms of defensive efficiency at number 14. And Morant himself ranked 24th among all point guards in terms of defensive win shares, ahead of other great defenders like Mike Conley, Rajon Rondo, and Derrick White. And basically, you can attribute those to Morant being a good fit with the type of defensive system that the Grizzlies have been implementing. Well, he still struggled to guard guys like Kemba Walker or Damian Lillard one-on-one, but considering that he's only 21 years old and that his body frame can still develop with maturity, you can still count on this kid to raise his defensive ceiling in the next few seasons. And you can credit the Grizzlies for actually acknowledging Morant's need to improve that area of his game by having Dillion Brooks to cover for him in terms of defending bigger guards. But if any, Ja Morant has already shown promise as an excellent ball handler and playmaker in his rookie season. Well, he averaged more than 3 turnovers per night as a rookie, but considering that he also dished out more than 7 dimes per game, his assist to turnover ratio is actually great for a rookie point guard. And that's not bad at all for a primary ball handler with an aerial play style who also loves to attack the rim relentlessly. And if you look at it, last season, only 3 other players in the NBA had more assists than him while having fewer turnovers, and those 3 are Damian Lillard, Ricky Rubio, and Devontae Graham. And so, it's just really exciting to see how better this kid can still be as he further develops his basketball IQ and playmaking maturity moving forward. Well, aside from winning the Rookie of the Year award, Morant has already produced some memorable moments in his first year in the NBA. He blocked a potential Kyrie Irving game winner, giving the Grizzlies a chance to win in overtime, and he also hit an acrobatic game-winning layup over multiple defenders against Charlotte. Well, who knows what else this guy has in store for the league in his second season. We've just witnessed how Luka Doncic put up a historic sophomore season display. But based on Morant's edge in terms of his athletic ability and his underdog mentality, which he obviously carries with him to this day, there's no question, Ja Morant has the chance to become MVP in the next few years while possibly being recognized as one of the NBA's best point guards ever. Thank you guys for sticking till the end of the video, and feel free to drop a comment below about what you think of Ja Morant's future in the NBA. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, please smash that like button because it helps the channel a lot to be noticed by other fans around the NBA YouTube community. And I've recently put up an Instagram account, you might want to check it out as well for more updates. And please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet because you don't want to miss another fire NBA content which I put out regularly. So again, this is Riro Balls and I'll see you on the next video. Peace!